Hello and welcome back to Idle King Defense. So as you can see, thanks to how fucking extraordinary, I cannot overemphasize how lucky I was able to get to wave 180. So I basically have unlocked the portal, the expedition, all of the event dungeons, as well as conquest. Now, so if you look at the time right now, we are close to the end of the day. We have 15 minutes remaining, so I have to kind of quickly go through these things and kind of explain what we're doing. So first, we are going to go clear the gold mine because we want to use up all of our event tickets before the end of the day because they refresh every day. As you can see, considering I went from wave, I think I was at wave 24 and I'm at 183 now, obviously this is going to be very easy. That's also good because we don't have a lot of time left before the day ends. Okay, so I've exhausted all my attempts. Alright, I have, I think, 2 more attempts here. And then we also have the Hill of Heroes to do. Then after that, we're going to go straight to King's Ruin. And I'm going to see, I might not have enough time. But we need to get King's Ruins done first. So King's Ruin, this is just the Spectre's Ruins. The event dungeons are basically just simple, normal dungeons. It's King's Ruins that is different. And by different, I mean it scales to the difficulty of the level you cleared the day before, but we aren't sure about that. Basically, it's a scaling dungeon. It's going to get harder as you get stronger. And you have to hope that you get stronger than it. Since it scales like that, one of the issues is you need to make sure you do it at the end of the day. It should be basically one of the last things you do for the day because at that point, you're going to be your strongest. So, if it's right before reset, like where I am, or if it's at another point in time when you're like, you know, this is my last point in the day that I can play before the reset, that is when you want to be sure to do King's Ruin. We got 13 minutes. I did not expect this to be so close. Since this is my second account, it's not really a big deal whether or not I clear it. But I want to do it as kind of a... I'm trying to give you an example of all the daily tasks you should try to do. Like, even if you don't have time to, say, advance the waves or upgrade your heroes, you can still come in here, sweep some stuff real quick, and get a lot of things done that will help you advance. Alright, so we used up all our event tickets. Okay, and the next thing is... let's do the expedition. Now, when you first unlock the expedition, I believe it's wave 110. And this may be too hard for you to do. This is a big step up in difficulty from a lot of the other features in the game outside of Conquest, which we just unlocked and I will briefly touch on in this video. But as you can see, the dragon didn't last very long. So the gimmick of this is it gives you 5 chests and you pick a chest. Now when you're still saving up your rubies, you shouldn't pick a second chest. But once you get all your upgrades done, all your ruby upgrade done, and if it gives you good items to pick from, using the expedition to pick up extra items is a great way to help really build your power in the game. I actually don't know how well we'll do here because while our team is really strong, it's also really weak. So as you can see, the dragon has already made it to our wall and we have lost. We just don't have a lot of warriors on the field. Like, what you need to do is have a warrior kind of tank the dragon, hopefully away. There is a bit of RNG in this, so I'm going to run it again, even though I shouldn't, because we're right at the end. We're basically at the end of time here. But assuming you can kill at least one rank of the dragon, all your rubies should immediately go into expedition tickets. The reason I don't recommend that necessarily at the very start is it depends how far along you are. So if you want to be extra sure, You can wait. Yeah, we're not going to make this. So we are not strong enough, and I don't have time to go through and upgrade us before the end. So since we at least killed the first ruby, or the first level of the expedition, we are going to go ahead and purchase additional expedition tickets. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to click kill heroes. That's okay. Outside of that, okay, we've spent all our rubies, so we have some extra event tickets, so we're really running out of time here, so I'm just going to sweep. So you would just sweep all your tickets. And then we've completed our event dungeon. Now we can go here, and here's the back button here. I didn't actually know about this when I first started playing. So now we can sweep him and pick up our rewards. So this is really good, as you saw. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but that was 72 Ascension Stones. And remember, Ascension Stones are really going to be your limiter. Yeah, you'll never run out of being able to upgrade the castle. That's never going to be a problem. You're never going to be like, oh, I can't upgrade the castle anymore. But you will run out of the ability to upgrade your heroes. And you also will always... Your champions, too, will end up being level capped. So at some point, you're actually going to run out of the ability to upgrade your champions and levels. If you know... it depends how you spend your stones, but that is a real possibility. So we're really right on the edge here in terms of time. That's a nice one. Oh, nice. This is Anthony. Very nice pickup there. Some 4-star heroes. And Anthony's here again. See if we get lucky. We got Luke. Still good. That's good to upgrade Luke with. Okay, so we finished that. Now we have Portal. I'm going to see if I can do these. I'm going to see if I can just do one of these battles. I should be able to clear one. And then we'll just go sweep it so we don't waste our tickets. Okay, we clear that. Now the first time you beat these are a great source of rubies, but when you sweep them, you don't get rubies. This is actually a great one too because it gives you summons. And so since we're right on the cusp, okay, there, we ran out of tickets. Okay, so we're out of tickets. Go back to King's Ruins, or go to King's Ruins. Now, here is the gimmick of King's Ruins. Your castle has a finite amount of health. When your castle runs out of health, and we probably won't see it in this run, you'll see it when it gets harder, you essentially end the run. Now, as you can tell from this, since they're sending the very slow ramming guys, they're not going to touch us. We're way stronger than them. There's 15 levels here. Every third level gives you some rubies, and you can do this every day. So again, the catapults are actually, see, the catapult actually hit me. Even with my ridiculously overpowered group here, because again, I think this is based around wave 20, the danger really becomes the catapults, because that damage I took is now going to persist throughout the entire King's Room. Alright, so, and the nice thing is, if we get the reset, what we'll do is we'll do some upgrading, because I haven't upgraded since the last time we spoke. We'll do some quick upgrading, and then maybe we'll do a more in-depth on the portal, because I really kind of briefly went over that just to get the tickets done, but we'll go over that real quick. And we'll take another look at Expedition, because we got the dragon today, we should get the wolf tomorrow. And I'll take a little more in-depth look at that. And hopefully we can make a little bit more progress besides killing the first one. So, good news is we're just basically instantly just destroying everything here. This is... So the first 2 times I did King's Ruins, and I didn't have Gabriel. This is absolutely ridiculous that I have Gabriel. He's not only the best hero in the game, but he's also an FST hero, and I got him on my first draw. The fact that happened is I almost wanted to delete the video because this is such a bad representation of the actual difficulty of the game. The fact that I have freaking Gabriel, that I got him so early in the game, it's just not... a poor representation of some of the difficulty you may have. How, like, a more realistic example would be you might get stuck on, like, wave 50 or so, like, right before the portal. And that's okay, we'll go over what to do, like, if you, after we complete King's Ruins. And again, this is a bad example, because my castle is barely getting damaged. Maybe I should have just done this without you, but I wanted to show you King's Ruins, and I want to show you how to approach King's Ruins. Because the other important thing about this mode is you really need to know how to approach this mode. If you come into King's Ruins and you use your buffs at the wrong time, or you heal your castle too much, or you even heal your castle early, you put yourself at a big disadvantage, and the game doesn't really do a good job of explaining to you, how should I approach this mode of the game? What is the most beneficial way for me to approach this mode of the game? So, we're going to go over all that, and again, this is way easier than it should be, because we got up to rank 180, this is about rank 20, but it's important to know how to approach this. As you can see, we're almost halfway done. We're at Ruins 8. So this is going extremely well. And again, every three levels, you get even more rubies. And of course, we know what we're going to do with our rubies. We're going to go, now that we've maxed our expedition tickets, we're going to go upgrade our event tickets so that we can get the most ascension stones. That's the key. Once we get the ascension stones out of the way, we'll do some other stuff. And again, I will go over all that with you. But this is the one thing I like about this game is while rubies are the premium currency, the game rewards you with enough rubies by just playing the game that even if you are a free-to-play player, you can still advance. You know, like I showed you with the ad shop, all that stuff is free. Now, what I didn't mention, and I should have mentioned, is you can buy you can make a purchase to eliminate all the ads in the game. And we'll go over that when we get there, and if you enjoy the game, I would highly recommend you do it. One of the benefits is you get unlimited fast forward time. Rather than having to even watch an ad or anything like that, they just give you infinite fast forward time. And on my main account, I will admit that I bought the ad-free package. That's mostly because when I look at, if I enjoy a game, and I actually look down, and I actually do the math of how much time am I actually spending watching ads versus, you know, all the other factors of the game, like how much am I playing and all that stuff. If the ad-free package is reasonable, I see no reason why not to purchase it. Because first, it supports the developers of the game. Like, if you like the game, you want the game to continue to get updates, new features, and things like that, that's a great way to show the developers your support. And I just find advertising annoying, you know. You know, again, I don't know about your situation or anything like that, but for how little the advertising free costs, I think in this game, I'm from the United States, so in this game I think it's $13 versus how long I sit there and watch ads. Just the Ruby shop alone, there's I think 7 different categories, and I'm not going to buy it for my temp account because again, this is just a demonstration, and I'm probably going to play this account to like wave 400, 500. Just to give you an idea of the early game, and then I'll introduce you to my main account. I just didn't want to introduce you to my main account right away, because you kind of lose all the little building blocks that get you there. After about wave 300, 400, I'll probably go to about 600. Most of the patterns of what you're going to do are fairly similar, so at that point it'll just be me updating you, like, hey, here's my new team, hey, here's where I'm at, you know, here's what I've been doing, what kind of success I've been having. Okay, it looks like we got here maybe just in time. I think we had maybe 10 seconds before this reset. Oh, we'll see what happens. Not like it'll take us long to clear this, but... So, a little closer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay because we'll have some currency. We can go through the general store and kind of take a good look of how to approach things. Okay, we got our 800 rubies, got our buffs. Okay, So we ended that with 40 seconds left. We could go to the Ruby shop, upgrades. Let's buy another Spectre Ruin ticket. See if I can get this swept. Alright. Okay, so we've spent everything. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories you can watch ads. So if you were a free-to-play player, you would have to watch 40 ads to get through all this. The advertisements, in my experience, range from between 5 seconds and as long as 30 seconds. So let's just say an average of 15 seconds just to make the math kind of easy. So at 40 advertisements a day, and this ignores watching ads for fast forward, watching ads for auto battle and all that. 40 ads a day, that's about 10 minutes a day in watching ads. So if you really play this game and you look and say, oh, all right, I spend about 10 minutes a day watching ads, think about how much money, and again, I know not everybody's situation where they can just say, well, I can just spend money on a game like this, but I'm just saying, when you think about it, if I'm sitting here watching 10 minutes of ads a day, if I play this game for a week, that's an hour, is it worth it for me to save that hour of time by not watching ads? Again, that's an individual decision. In my case, I said, you know what, when I really looked at how much time I spent watching ads, okay, everything refreshed, it wasn't worth it for me not to pay for the game. Okay, so on refresh, this is what happens. I really didn't mean to time it this way, but all your tickets come back. So we bought extra tickets. We have those extra tickets here. We have 10 expedition tickets. So all that extra stuff we did, we have. So now the first thing we need to do is we need to level up our heroes. So Luke is a great hero. We can ascend him. Excellent. That really doesn't help the team. That's a buff for just him. But it's one of the things we got to do to get on the road. Let's see what level I think I can get everybody up to. Oh, I didn't even give him any armor. Oh, what a shame. Okay, so Gabriel's well ahead of the pack, and now, okay, we're not gonna ascend him. We're not gonna ascend Logan because he is not gonna last. All right, let's try getting everybody up to, let's say, 150. This is the hardest part. I don't have a good methodology to say, oh, based on this, you can. Okay, I probably went too high. That's okay. I don't have the greatest methodology here on how to evenly level your characters or all that. I definitely went overkill with Gabriel, but I don't regret that because he's crazy good. All right. Oh shoot. The reality is you should summon first in case you get somebody else that's really good. Like I got an extra Blake. And I got Mason. We're not going to be using Mason unless something changes dramatically. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. This is Lucas. He is another S-tier hero. And we got him. I don't even know what to say. This is not the luck you're going to probably have while playing this game. If you have luck like this, you need to leave a comment because this is ridiculous. We got Gabriel, an S-tier hero. And we also got Lucas, an S-tier hero. I don't even have the words because this is not supposed to happen. I'm happy it happened, but I feel like this is unfair because once again, I have so many things available to me that you're typically not going to have. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, so we have Diego. He's going to go there. I wouldn't really worry about leveling up Diego. What would be great is if we could get Brian going. And so let's actually check. Did I summon anybody else? Okay, we did actually get Brian. That's great. That's perfect. We can start working on Brian now. He can go in there with Blake, and he will be defense for Blake. We got another warrior, Jackson. Jackson is, again, he's depending on your choices, this is where this game's kind of unique. Obviously, you're not going to have the luck I have where boom, I got Lucas. Like, the first video, I get Gabriel. The second video, I got Lucas. This is not typical. I had no luck on this with my main account, so I don't want you to think that, yeah, you're just going to get all these great heroes, and the game's going to be easy peasy. Now, I used auto-equip, and you can tell that we do not have a good mix of gear, because it equipped Brian with all kind of stuff. So, we did make it to that. The next, alright, we're at 180, and it's 365 for the next Ultra Summon, so let's go summon as much gear as possible. And let's see what we get, and we'll do some gear combining. Again, you don't really want to use Ruby on summon or gear until you get your tickets, or get your upgrades sorted out. Alright, so let's see. And I do have some difficulty with determining how to do this. Alright, let's get the formation fixed. And yeah, you should have I should have summoned first. By upgrading and then summoning, I have screwed my ability to really level up Brian. He's level 8. That's okay. We'll deal with it. Honestly, we'll just gear him up last. Alright, so Gabriel, okay, 2-star. Blake, 2-star. Tristram, 2-star. Luke, 1-star. Logan, 1-star. Okay, and Brian's up to 1-star. Okay, we have plenty of 1-star gear. I don't want to auto-combine yet because I don't know how quickly we're going to unlock slots. But the important thing is everybody has gear. Brian might not be doing much because he's really low level. Oh, that'll be fine. Alright, let's get some... I must have forgot to open that. That was nice of it that it saved. We're going to do some more summoning. This is all because I tried to rush it at the very end just so that we at least got in the King's Ruin, which again, I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you do. Like if you couldn't do anything in a day, like say you were really busy, I would say just come in here, sweep all your event tickets. Don't worry about upgrading, come to the portal. Well, we can't sweep yet, but you would obviously, if you've killed this, you come in here and sweep your highest cleared portal level, and sweep your highest expedition. That's what I would say is the most important thing to do. And maybe if you have time, do King's Ruins. But if you don't have time, just come in and sweep, and come in here, pick up your auto battle, and that's it. Alright, so now that we have a little bit more time, let's go to the general store. I'm going to go through, let's buy the sort of basic things. I kind of always buy these. You can get some good shards. Yeah, don't buy him. You don't need Logan shards for gems. Leonidas is interesting since he is a 2-star warrior, so I'm going to pick him up. And then we basically bought all this stuff. I would not recommend spending 500 gems for these Ascension Stones here. There's better ways to get that, but right now, again, we have 1,800 stones. We need to buy an expedition ticket. So we're going to go to the Ruby shop, and go to Upgrade, and we are going to buy another gold mine ticket. I would really work on, after you max your expedition tickets, assuming you can get the first one, gold mine Inspector Ruins, because as you saw, those gave me the most Ascension Stones, which is really what you're limited by. So let's try going through the giant boss again, and this time we'll go a little bit slower. So he has an AoE attack of 150% of his damage. He is immune to all crowd control. I think the dragon is too. And all his attacks are basically AoE attacks. So what that means is he's going to hit all your warriors and all the little summon guys at the same time. So let's see how we do against him. This might be tough. Maybe not at level 1, but like you saw me get my ass handed to me when I went to level 2. And again, you don't want to, if you are doing this and maybe you're stuck, you don't necessarily want to Burn. You don't want to, like, if you're coming here for the first time, you don't want to immediately go and sweep. You know, if you're going to come play the game for a bit, do what you can on these, because these are a good way to advance. We'll go through all of them this time. So we'll start with the expedition. Yeah, I can already... You can kind of tell you're in trouble with an expedition if the first wave is beating on your wall. And I think Brian's already dead. Oh, we got him. Okay. I did not expect us to do that well. We got Ascension Stones. Well, we can use gold too. So yeah, see how this is the first and second wave, and they're all already at our base. That's not good, and I think Brian's already dead. So poor Brian. Oh shit. Blake is dead, and okay, so we are not tough enough to beat, I think, level 3. All right, let's try the portal. The portal is similar. What they have, there's 4 legions. This is the Legion of Hatred, 30% less damage from support heroes. So the way this works is it's a cycle. Every day it cycles in and out. So yesterday they took, I think, they did 30% more damage to the castle. This one takes less damage from your support heroes. And every day they cycle through. So every new day you're going to get a new legion to face, but the new legion you face will start off from where you've beaten them before. So since we have beaten the first rank of this one, I mean, we haven't beaten the first rank, we have to start at this one. Now, if we actually go clear the first 5 waves here, the next time this rolls around, it's going to start on wave 6. Now again, if you can't beat one of the waves, you can always go back and sweep. So if you have 10 portal tickets and you haven't really played much and it cycles back around, you can always go and sweep your highest cleared wave. So that's why those tickets are so important, and you saw how quick it is. You can just go in and sweep. So that's really why you want to get those tickets, regardless of how much you play, regardless of anything in the game, because it's basically, I can come in, I can pick up my daily rewards, and I can be in and out in 5 seconds. And at least have, even if I can't make any progress, or you can't run waves right now because let's say you're really busy with work, or you're studying for a test or something like that, you can at least come in and grab some progress. And we'll talk about other ways you can advance too by not really playing the game. It's kind of it is idle in the title, but there's certain strategies you can use to help. Okay, so we did not beat wave 5, so we got flatline there. But there's certain strategies you can employ in this game to maximize your growth without maximizing the amount of time you have to pay into it, which is always nice. Oop. Excuse me. As you can see, the game really does like to give you rubies, especially when you start the game. So we're going to go to the ruby shop. Oh, I don't have enough. Alright, so let's go to the event dungeon, and we'll clear this. And this basically doesn't end. You just go through this. I really should level Brian some. He's really taking a pounding there. It's a lot easier to see him die in this view. That's okay. Fortunately, everybody else is still alive. Not that they can kill your support heroes. While your support heroes have hit points and defense, that doesn't apply to the castle. That doesn't apply to them. They don't take damage or anything like that. The reason that both your your warriors and your support heroes have defense and health is because gear that you equip is shared between support heroes and warriors. And the gear itself has health and attack power, and it has defense on it. So just to keep things simple, you have it on all the gear, so everybody kind of has it. As you can see, we're not doing well here in Spectre Ruins number 4. This is, we got stomped. I was not expecting that to happen. That's kind of what happens when you get, like, a lot of tickets. You can kind of really get past your strength. Okay, yeah, that's why. This is about a wave 140, so you're kind of seeing the limits of, even though I've had really good rolls, kind of the limits of my team are really coming to show. And we do have 3 tickets here. I made a mistake. I bought a ticket for this in my click happiness. So when you're buying tickets, don't be as click happy as me, but if you do buy the wrong thing, again, it's not a big deal. You saw how many rubies I've gotten already from this game. And I've really haven't been playing the game for that long. Now I also need to go collect my 7-day reward. Okay, we got some. Yeah, sure, we'll try the next one. Okay, this should be pretty simple. I really need to level Brian up. He just gets smoked. He's just like, why did you do this to me? I have no health. You give me the weakest gear, and I'm on the battlefield, and I'm just freaking gone. I am just getting deleted right away. Thank you. That's fine. Well, he'll get stronger. We will get him stronger. He will be our priority. Okay. So, okay, we definitely need to do some upgrading, but we have some stuff we can use for upgrading. One of the best parts of the game is there's always a way for you to advance. You always will have some... Okay, Ellie, thank you. You'll always have some way to make a way forward. And that's one of the great features of this game. Now the trick is optimizing which way is the best way to go. Alright, now he's level 100 at least. Hopefully that means he doesn't get his face pushed in every battle. I'm going to level him up a little bit more because he's on the front line. Not that I could get much more. I could upgrade Blake. I'm going to hold off on that right now because that would take the majority of my Ascension Stones. And I don't know how beneficial that would be right now. And there's also Lucas, who I also need to level and get him on the team. So we'll give him some levels so he can hopefully join us soon. Looking at my team, I don't know who he would replace. Like, realistically, he should replace Logan. But the benefit to Logan is he actually has some little tanks that come and tank for you. I might have to wait until we get it up to 1060. Also, I forgot to mention, defense upgrading is unlocked. Do not use rubies to do this. Do not do normal engraving. This is really a late game feature, even though it unlocks on wave 140. This is much more of a much later in the game feature. You should not be worried about this right now. In fact, we need to go look into dismantling shards. That's something I didn't get to yet. So, again, it's sort of hard to choose this early in the game because there's a lot of people that I have unlocked that like my castle is going to grow a lot, so I may have to sacrifice and throw, like, say, Mason in there. But at the same time, I'm pretty comfortable with getting rid of, let's get rid of Ellie. Again, you don't want to get rid of Luke or Tristram. They're great heroes. That's 900. Yeah, we'll dismantle her. So we can at least get some coins. What do we have over here? We'll dismantle Diego, too. We don't need him. You kind of have to be careful with this at the start of the game because you don't know who you're going to need. I really do like those Brian shards to get him stronger. He's actually really good, especially for where we're at. Alright, you know what, we're just going to get rid of Mason. Let me make sure we've summoned him. Yeah, we did summon him, so at least You can at least level him up to 200. So we're just, you don't need Mason, especially because we already have Lucas waiting. So we'll get rid of him. Well, it's not getting rid of him. We're not getting rid of the hero. We're getting rid of his extra shards. And I don't see, I don't want to get rid of any of the warrior shards right now. So we can pick him up. Oh, geez, that's half of what I sharded. Like I said, this is a lot more difficult at the start of the game. And you get so the cost of the shards is 5 times what you would get from sharding them. So I sharded Ellie. Each one of hers gives me 20, but if I want to buy 3 of hers, it's 300. So this would have gotten me 60 if I sharded it, but 300 to purchase it. So, or turned it into coins. These are shards. You turn them into coins. And you can stop your refreshes, like where we're at right now. Like, let's say I refreshed, because I actually did refresh this and get a 5-star person. I don't really see anything I'm crazy. I mean, he is a possibility, but I'm not crazy about going for him. Because we already have Brian and Luke. Alright, here's Brian. Here's Brian again. Alright, we'll leave it here. And Luke. Again, it's kind of pricey when you're just starting out. You don't have a lot of excess shards you can throw away. When I started out, I didn't even explore that at all because there were so many different there were so many heroes. I wasn't sure if they were going to become useful later. Let's see. Start leveling up Lucas some. Yeah, we did get some. Okay, he's 80. I can't believe... You know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to replace... I guess we'll replace Logan with him. We'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and level up the castle. Change the formation. Put Lucas in. You know what? Let's try the portal again. We couldn't do that before. We've upgraded a bunch. Let's see if we can do it now. And you can see Lucas's special attack is he hits everybody on the screen, and he has a knockback. And hey, Brian isn't dying right away now. Oh, it's Blake that's getting hurt, I think. Oh no, Blake died. Yeah, it's still tough. Need to level some more. Okay, that covers, I think, about everything. Let me check the heroes one last time, make sure. I don't think I equipped him. I did not. Where is that? This is kind of like I'm on the fence about this because what Logan does is his troops actually take hits. So that's why I'm probably going to put Logan back in, because while as awesome as Lucas is, Lucas can't... He pushes things back, but he can't take hits. You know, I'm probably better putting Lucas in for Tristram for right now. And the reason for that is... Let me just unequip Tristram. Because Tristram gives everybody a speed buff, but we just don't have a lot of room for speed buffing right now. Alright, we'll try one last time and see if this gets it. Oh, we need to grab our 7-day. Oh, it's 500 Ascension Stones. It's really nice. Can we ascend anybody? Kind of going to save them for now. We'll try this one last time. Oh, geez, it's already been 40 minutes. I didn't even realize we had been doing this for so long. So regardless of how this ends up, this will probably be the last battle we do. I'm going to show you guys one more thing, because clearly we're kind of getting brick-walled here, and I'm sure you will get brick-walled at some point in the game. And you're probably going to be like, okay, how can I advance now? I can't beat the next wave. Like, we can't beat Portal 5. We're stuck here. Let's just pretend that's the focus. You can come here to the battlefield. Obviously, you get your free stuff, but the real thing is you can come back here and repeat a battle. I recommend repeating a battle that's a multiple of 5, because it has a chance to drop any of the pieces of the gear, and then you can use that to equip your heroes. And if you have, let's say you have everybody, let's say you have 5 warriors and 8 supports, and everybody has the first star gear, that's great. You can then start working to get it to the next stage of gear. So plenty of opportunity. Oh, you know. Oh, I don't have enough gold. I forgot to go through my archers. So as far as a video goes, I don't see archers being like a ton of fun to really do. The archers is probably the most uninteresting part of the game, if I had to say, because basically you're going to get drops, you're going to craft the drops. Maybe, like at the beginning, especially at the beginning of the game, whatever drops you get, that's what you're going to use. That's how it's going to go. You are just going to use the drops you get, and that's it. So we're at the start of the game. And I also am picky about what waves I choose to farm. If you notice that wave, that kind of took us a long time to clear it. I will generally fish around here for these kind of waves, for a wave that we kill really quick. Because there is a difference in how fast you can clear these waves. And that difference will add up if you're farming, like, you know, let's say you want to auto battle for a while. And let's say you want to just, you got something to do for probably, I would say about an hour. I think when I did time it, my best wave took about 30 seconds to clear. And again, this is on my harder account. I'm going to try and show you the kind of wave that I really like to farm. So if you time it for about 30 minutes, you have 50 badges, you get 2 of those. You would have about 50 minutes of auto fighting capability, and I'll show you all that now, because I have 30 of the medals right now about how you can farm. So this is the first step, is picking a good stage. It should be a stage you clear really easily. The easier you clear it, the better. I generally prefer one where when the boss comes out, all the other troops are dead, and he's immediately focused down. That to me has been the fastest one I've seen. Okay, so at this point, 165, that's too low. So our choices are 170, 175, and 180. So we're just going to go with 180, I guess. Again, not my favorite one, but it's good enough. This is clearly good enough for what we're trying to accomplish. And I am going to try and cut down the length of these videos. It's just I unlocked so much stuff. I did not expect to do my first video and get... I expected my first video to be kind of long because we had to go over, alright, how do I approach upgrading heroes? Like, how do I make sure I not waste things? What should I be focused on at the beginning of the game? But on the second video, I didn't expect it to run this as long as it did, because I expected it to be quicker, but we kind of caught the reset, and we kind of got to do things twice, and I also did not expect to unlock all that content. So, in the future, I'm going to try and keep these videos a little bit shorter. I will try and get more stuff. Like, I'm going to be doing certain things offline. Like, ideally, I upgrade my archers offline. That's really not a fun thing. Maybe, at best, I will... Oh, whoops, I keep... So what you're supposed to do is enable the auto progress here, and then I'll show you how this works. And you can actually, I'm not going to do it because I have advertising on here, but you can actually get, once you have less than your maximum, you can go and claim more. It doesn't work with the fast forward, unfortunately. I did actually email them about that, because let's pretend like you're leaving for an hour, or you're going to be out of the house, or you're on your phone, you're going to be doing something else. You would want to max out your auto progress. So you would want to have, in this case, you would do one battle. It would auto progress. It would go down. You would watch the ad again. You would have 99 out of 50. Again, I'm just not watching it because because I don't want to cut the ad out of the video. I don't want to have to say, oh, look, we're going to have to take a break to skip through the ad. I don't want to do that. But you should be able to set your auto progress, and you can set your fast forward. And this is how you progress. You'll just fight through a level like this, and what you get is what you get. And again, you want to pick one that drops all the different loot. Because the more variety of armor you get, that also you can then equip your heroes, you can upgrade it, you can do all those kind of things. So, that kind of covers everything. I probably will make another video after I've leveled up my guys some, probably level up the castle some. I do, realistically, I will take this and we will auto-battle through because I was stuck at wave 180 before we sat and upgraded everybody. So now that everybody is upgraded, I should be able to get much further in the game. A lot further, I would hope. And we'll come back with that. Oh, shoot, I didn't even touch... And we'll touch on Conquest next time. While you unlock Conquest at wave 180... Well, let me just stop this, because we'll go over Conquest real quick, because that will be a very quick addendum to the video. I apologize, this is longer than I wanted it to be. I hope you can bear with me while we try and hit all the highlights. So, Conquest. So, there are 12 castles here, and there are 3 continents. You need stage 2000 and 3500 to unlock the next 2. So you can go through, this is 1, and if you click this, it'll take you right to the center of this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you get the idea. That just saves you from trying to drag this all over the place looking for it. You just click here, and it takes you right to it. Now they're rated 300, 400. This is the stage level of the difficulty that they expect you to be. Now, as you should know from playing this game, or maybe you don't know if you're a new player, the actual difficulty of the stages does vary from type to type of stage. The hardest stages I generally find are the stages with the ogres that come out, because they have a lot of hit points, they ignore your troops, and they just sit there and beat on your wall. Some of the easier stages are the ones where it's a lot of little guys. So I'm not going to expect us to be able to do anything. I think that this stage is really hard because there's a bunch of these knights that come out. And it's not these little knights that I'm worried about. It's these big knights that I'm worried about. Because the little knights, we can intercept them. It's not too big a deal. We don't have really great coverage, though, because as you can see, we summon 4 guys, and all these guys are still beating on the wall. But look at all the big knights that come out. These guys just get to our wall. They don't care about what you summon. They are just going to beat on your wall. Excuse me. And that's Conquest. So, even though you unlock it at 180, it's really hard for you to even do anything here until you get to wave 300. When you're at about wave 300, I would expect you to be able to clear this. And even though this one says, like, for example, 1300. 1300 is... This is a 1300 wave that's harder than, say, your average 1300 wave. That 300 wave is actually harder than, I would say, the average 300 wave. So again, let me know if you have any questions. I try to be as thorough, probably too thorough, about all the different ways you can advance, all the different things you can do. We kind of unlocked... Forgot about the shop. We got to look at the portal shop. So, portal shop. Oh, this is great. He's a great guy, Xavier. Buy him right away. I wouldn't worry too much about buying anything else out of the shop except for the 3-star hero until you get further. That's what I mean. There's so many little things. I've tried to end this video like 3 times, and I keep remembering there's something else we haven't talked about. This is another example. This is the ruin shop. You get your ruins here, and you might as well get... This is a 4-star hero, Roderick. He's great. And Aisha, she's also great, because she actually heals your warriors. So, as you saw in the beginning of the game, I was getting destroyed. Brian and Blake were dying. She will actually prevent them from dying because she heals them. Then we don't have enough expedition shards. I would actually recommend saving these, because you can get the 4-star heroes from here. Save them up until you get the 4-star heroes. So, okay, we covered the shop, we covered, because we unlocked the portal, the ruins, and the expedition this time. We covered the portal, and again, this is 4 different waves that come back, or 4 different types of legions, and they each have different things, and your progress is saved on each one as they cycle through. Talked about the expedition, which is, this is the giant bosses. It alternates between the wolf and the dragon. We talked about Conquest, which while you unlock at 180, it will take you a while to progress here. We talked about King's Ruins. Now this is what you want to do at the end of the day. And as I will probably save King's Ruins for future videos so that we can kind of see how the difficulty climbs together. Before I jump to my main account, which has done a lot more stuff, and it's almost on wave... It's on like wave 3000. Or sorry, stage 3000. We haven't seen the Sanctuary, so when we unlock that, we'll talk about that. And that's it. So, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this one's a little bit longer, but I will be trying to speed these videos up in the future to not cover so much different stuff. So thank you again. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to get back to you as with a general strategy or whatever you're having difficulty with in this game. Thank you for watching.